It's the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Toronto Blue Jays. This crowd is ready as we get set for the World Series. Game 1 is next. Along with my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. There may be no better atmosphere in all of baseball than Game 1 of the Fall Classic, Singy. Lots of excitement to get this thing started.
Yeah, and the players feel that just as much as the fans. You're down there with goosebumps, and these guys are just trying to stay in the moment. But I'll tell you, for the home team especially, it's so hard not to be emotional and hyped up with all the energy in this building right now.
And on the other side, of course, you're looking to swing home field advantage your way with an all-important opening win on the road. First pitch coming your way next. Just about to get underway. Today's starting pitcher, Max Scherzer. What do you have on him, Siggy?
Well, this guy's got sort of a tweener. Not quite a slider velocity and not as slow as a curve. It's in between, and he adds and subtracts velocity on it, which makes it harder for the hitters to really get that front foot down and have the timing they need to be successful.
Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. In there at the knees, and the series is underway. Oh, and 2 now as he swings through it. Just missed.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken back as you jog back to the dugout.
Left-hand batter waits. Got him. 1 out in the top of the first. Will Smith to the plate. First-round pick out of Louisville in 2016. That one's in there. 0-1. One out, base is empty. Line drive to short and caught. Let's check out the lineup. Here's what they came up with for Game 1 of the World Series, Singy.
Yeah, they're hoping they piece together a winner. Historically speaking, the team that wins this opening game more often than not goes on to win the World Series. Today is a day to come storming out of the gates.
2 down, base is empty. So now it's Freddie Freeman. Warning track, wall, and you can touch them all, baseball man. A monster shot to right. Just like that, they move in front. It's 1-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
And now it's Mookie Betts. First pitch just misses.
1 ball, no strike.
In the air, left side, Lucas. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. So the Dodgers strike first on the solo jack. It's now 1-0. This is the World Series on the show. Back here at Rogers Center, our starting pitcher in this one, Shohei Ohtani. What do you look for here?
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
George Springer leading things off and takes a strike.
1 strike.
The next pitch misses, and 1-1.
Strike.
And that is out of play. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
It's a good breaking ball there, just off the corner where you can't really do much damage, but it's close enough to where you've got to protect, and he just couldn't find a way to fight it off.
Nathan Lucas digs in now. That one missed.
1-0.
Foul ball. One down, base is empty. There's a swing and a drive. Back there. Tattooed to Tatertown and gone. He made him pay for that one. It's 1-1. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for, crushes it, and hits it out of the ballpark.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Fastball for a strike.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
This guy who grew up in big league clubhouses, got to be a nice feeling, Siggy, when your father played in the big leagues and he passes down all that wisdom. 1-1 now.
I can only imagine the comfort level of being in the ballpark. For those kids who are fortunate enough to have a dad that played in the big leagues, them being on the baseball field, for some it's pressure, for them they feel that they are right at home. Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across here in Game 1 of the World Series. Just missed.
1-1.
Foul ball there.
I want to start that load a little bit sooner because of the good velo.
Lined, and that's a base hit. And that extends the inning.
Batting 5th, center fielder,
And now it's Dalton Varsho. Just missed. Varsho needs just one more homer to reach 100 in the big leagues.
Yeah, and making it to 100 homers would be quite the career accomplishment for him. Out of the more than 20,000 players to take an at-bat in the majors, less than 5% have ever hit 100 dingers. After giving up that home run earlier, it just doesn't seem like he wants to challenge him.
Alejandro Kirk on deck for the Blue Jays. Bichette leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Batting 6, catcher Alejandro Kirk.
And now for the Jays, Alejandro Kirk. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
Here comes the 0-1. Turned on, but foul wide of third. Broken bat, rolling to first. Freeman steps on the bag, and that'll keep more runs from coming in. Inning over. But we're all tied up thanks to this solo homer. All even at 1 apiece. You're watching the World Series on the show. Game 1 of the World Series.
Right fielder,
Here's the veteran
Teoscar
outfielder,
Hernandez.
Teoscar Hernandez. Max Scherzer goes to work. Yeah, that's outside. Ball 1. This park is absolutely electric for this game. Such a great postseason atmosphere. Swing and a ball driven out to center. Varsho moving back for it. Get out of town. His second homer of this series, and the Dodgers have the lead. It's 2-1.
Boog, his plan was to hit the ball hard, and he was going to figure out the rest later. You can't argue with those results. Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
Here comes Max Muncy. That's in there. Strike 1.
Nothing like the drama you get in the postseason, Boog. Love being a part of these games.
So here's Scherzer. And a foul ball.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Swing and a ball popped up. Clement under it. Corrals it. And there's one away.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
And Kike Hernandez at the plate. Hernandez, versatile player, can play all over the infield and the outfield. One down, base is empty. Just missed. James Kingsley, our plate umpire, consistent and maybe a little generous on the edges.
Yeah, Boog, he'll give a little bit on the edges, like you said, but from what I've seen, he usually does that when a pitcher is just commanding those parts of the strike zone, and essentially they've earned it. The umpire rolls with them.
Strike 2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
That misses the zone, and that's ball 2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Scherzer deals.
Full count.
Grinding AB right here. About to see pitch number 10. And he walked him. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at-bat.
Oh, looking for a swing and miss right there, or for the ump to help him out and make a call with that last pitch, but neither happened. Close pitch, but a good take to earn that walk.
Here's a switch hitter, Tommy Edman. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. Edman goes 5 feet 9 inches in the 8th spot in today's lineup, and he was a 6th-round draft pick back in 2016. And that's outside.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Out towards right center. That's well struck. Going back. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Batting 9th, second baseman Miguel Rojas.
Miguel Rojas at the plate. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Barker has room, and he makes the catch. And that is that. Solo shot for the Dodgers this inning. And it's now a 2-1 ball game. And we're back. Bottom of the second. Now it's the right fielder, Addison Barker. Game 1 of the World Series here tonight, and all he's hoping is that the success that he's had in the first couple of rounds continues.
The great thing, you're here in the World Series. Now just try to have fun. The performance has been outstanding, and why should it stop now?
How do they cool him off?
Well, they're going to be extremely careful with him. I doubt he's going to get much to hit today, but when he does, be careful because he can hit it a long way.
And that's off the inside edge. And it's a ball and a strike. Yeah, that's fouled off. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Has room, and he makes the catch.
Batting 8th, third baseman Ernie Clement.
Ernie Clement next up for the Blue Jays. And when you talk about elite defensive third baseman, this guy is at the top of the list. In the air, right field. Hernandez makes the catch. And there are 2 down.
Batting 9th, shortstop Andres Jimenez.
Here's Andres Jimenez. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. Fought off foul.
Well, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
Outside low, and a count 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Ground ball right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. 1-2-3 go the Blue Jays. They're down 2-1. Back now in Toronto. Here's a big power threat. Shohei Ohtani. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone.
So back in 2023, Shohei hit a home run, stole a base, and had a scoreless pitching outing in the same game. You'll never guess the last person to do it.
Pablo Sandoval.
Oh, you're good.
I feel like I've heard that one before. Scherzer winds, kicks, fires. It's a strikeout. Second of the game for Mad Max. No messing around with the pitch calling in that sequence right there. 4 pitches, all fastballs.
Yeah, and that makes me think that was the plan before the at-bat even started. If you think you can simply just beat a guy with only your fastball, why throw him anything else until he shows you he can handle it?
And up to the plate is Will Smith. 0 for 1 so far. And first offering is fouled off. And that drops in for a strike.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes, even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Tasked with 1, 2, and 3 to start this inning, but no trouble so far. I'm sure he'd love to strike out the side here. Big little statement, but you got to be composed in this spot. Focus on getting this next guy. You got 2 good outs. Want to get the third one and avoid the middle of that lineup coming up with a base runner. Could become dangerous.
First one to Freeman is in for a strike.
Not sure if he was expecting for the pitcher to come right at him, but he got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
And ball 1.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swings through it for the K. And he strikes out the side in the third. Dodgers down in order as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's George Springer.
Not only can he hit the cover off the ball, he's got a great eye as well.
Ohtani back to work. Pitch is in there. Strike 1. Fouled off down the right side. Oh, 0-2 now. Stays alive. Foul ball still 0-2.
1-2.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where pitchers would rather just give up a first pitch single than to have to waste 6 or 7 pitches.
Line to left. And that's a fair ball.
The first move felt like a bit of a guess. You have to be right in those
Now
spots or
batting,
things can get
left
away from you
fielder,
awfully quickly.
Nathan Lucas.
Nathan Lucas next up for the Blue Jays. He's already homered in this game. Springer on the run. Strike in there. The throw, tag, and he's out.
Well, this is a real momentum killer after the leadoff single. Tried to steal second base on the first pitch. Defense was all over it. Nicely done from behind the plate with the catch and throw. And a quick tag before he reaches the base.
One down, base is empty. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
Now batting,
Vladimir Guerrero
first
Jr.
baseman,
now. He's
Vladimir
0 for 1.
Guerrero
Chris,
Jr.
baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see. Oh, this one high and deep, way back there. And in one hops the wall. Around first, heading for 2. To second, but way too late, safe there.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
So, runner at second, 2 down. Bo Bichette up to the dish. And there's a ball.
No strike.
The strategy of winning a ball game, when you can make that pitcher work a little more, expose himself by throwing pitches, that could be the key to winning perhaps later on. So good job of extending this inning, getting a knock with 2 outs to bring the number 4 hole hitter up.
That missed by a lot. And the count is 2-0.
He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
Swing and a ground ball. Sends it to first. And Bichette is retired. And that will end the inning. So no runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left. On to the 4th now in game number 1. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Blue Jays 1. Back here at Rogers
Leading
Center,
off for
John
the
Shambi
Dodgers,
with Chris Singleton.
shortstop,
And
Mookie
set to lead
Betts.
off the 4th, Mookie Betts. Max Scherzer back to work. And that one fouled off. Mookie Betts, of course, the MVP in 2018. Perhaps no player on either team embodies what successful postseason offense looks like than Mookie Betts. He makes the grab, and there's 1 down.
Now batting, right fielder, Teoscar Hernandez.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez. He's already homered here in this one. Ground ball left side, and that's just foul. One down, base is empty. That one's upstairs, ball 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
That clips the corner. Base is empty, 1 away here in game 1 of the World Series. On a line base hit.
Everything came together for him. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Here's Muncy to hit. Swing and a foul out of play. Look out! And it hit him.
Now batting.
Here's Kike Hernandez. Walked his first time.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Swing and a miss. There's the slider. 0-1.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there in the mound.
Hernandez at second. Muncy at first. One gone. Next offering way off the plate. Hit on the ground, might be two. Slinging it to first in time.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Yeah, here comes Tommy Edman. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. That's outside. 1-0. Movement in the bullpen. Shane Bieber up and loosening in the pen. Savage also throwing. The Dodgers threatening. And that one fouled off. Line drive. Barker grabs it on the run. Dodgers strand a couple. They lead it 2-1. And we're back. Bottom of the fourth. And now for the Jays, Dalton Varsho.
Dalton Varsho.
All right, Singy, you know him a dork. Shohei Ohtani. Go back to May 5th, 2022 at Fenway Park. He tossed a complete game through 99 pitches. Get this, 81 strikes. It was the most strikes thrown with less than 100 pitches in a game since they started tracking pitch counts.
That's just unreal.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Outside. And that one hammered. That's back there. And gone. He hammers one out to center. His second home run of the series. And we are starting over. It's 2-2. That one just sounded different.
And it might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth.
Let's break out the StatCast numbers. At Singy, it tells us this home run was projected at more than 450 feet.
Yeah, and not many players can hit home runs as far as this one. That's a special feeling, and I'm sure he was giggling a little bit as he was jogging around the bases. That was one heck of a swing he put on the baseball.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. So up next for Toronto, Alejandro Kirk. That one fouled off.
Oh, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
And that is out of play. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. trying to swing and a miss. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
Well, that slider down and away,
Now
it's just
batting,
kind of a slow
right
death. With 2
fielder,
strikes, you're looking to protect. And
Barger.
halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
And now Addison Barger. There's the strike. Fouled off left side. This one lifted in the air, left field, 2 away.
Up next for the Blue Jays, third baseman.
And next for Toronto, Ernie
Clement.
Clement. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. Ball 1, no strikes.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
And now it's even up. What about him playing another position on defense, one that would require a little more range?
Absolutely. And I think if push came to shove where they had to make a move during a game, it'd surprise a lot of people. You might even be able to put him in center field.
On the ground to third. Throw on to Freeman, and that will end the inning. Toronto picks up 1 on this homer. 2-2 game. Game 1 of the World Series. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Miguel Rojas. Fastball for a strike. And it's 0-1. The Dodgers have some action in their pen. Number 86 looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole, he's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Next offering is outside. Scherzer gets the punch out. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically he likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Back to the top of the Dodgers order. Here's Shohei Ohtani. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
You can never say enough about Ohtani. In 2023, he became the first player in AL/NL history to hit 40-plus home runs and record more than 10 wins in a season.
Ripped to first, caught.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. You hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
The batter now will be Will Smith.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
And strike 1 to the catcher.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every at-bat.
That one ripped left field, way back there. Reaching for it, makes the catch. Nothing across here this half. Home half of the fifth coming up. We are tied 2-2. Back now to start the bottom of the fifth, and taking over on the mound, number 86.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for
Toronto.
Now here is Andres Jimenez. 0 for 1 and grounded out in his first at bat. And that's in for a strike. 0-1. Activity in the bullpen. Number 80 getting ready to go. That breaking ball is in for a strike, and quickly it is 0-2. On the ground, right side. Rojas in plenty of time to first, and a quick out, number 1.
Designated hitter George Springer.
Back to the top of the lineup, and the batter is George Springer. 1 for 2. Springer in his 11th season, 35 years old. He's usually in right field, but today he's getting the DH treatment. That pitch in for a strike. It's 0-1.
Well, a nice day off for him, not having to jog out to the outfield. Gets to be in the DH spot. Be curious to see how he keeps himself in a rhythm, not playing defense.
1 ball, 1 strike.
One down, base is empty.
That's a ball. 2-1.
Not even close there. 3-1.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with a 3-1 count.
There's the strike. 95 in that one.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Went back to the fastball, and it was effective. Nathan Lucas next up for the Blue Jays.
Nathan Lucas.
And there's a strike. And that one fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. Swing and a miss, and he got him. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Nothing doing for the Blue Jays. Score remains deadlocked at 2-2. All set for the start of the inning. And now the first baseman, Freddie Freeman.
For the Dodgers, first baseman.
Very humble guy, and on the field, off the field, and he goes about his at-bats in that way, Boogie's just trying to stay with the plan, and that plan is hit the ball to left center field, drive the ball that way, let it travel.
Yep. Toronto's bullpen with some action. Brendan Little up and throwing. Dominguez, a right-hander, loosening up as well. Slap the other way, foul. Swing and a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Here's Betts. 0 for 2 in this one. That one at the knees for a strike. With the go-ahead run at first here in Game 1 of the World Series. In the air, right side, Barker. Squeezes it, and there's one down. And now Teoscar Hernandez.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
Runner takes off. Fought off foul. Next offering is in for a strike. Right back to the mound. Could be an easy two. To second, pulls him off the bag.
Now batting third baseman, Max Muncy.
First and second, one out. And now it's Max Muncy. So far, the playoffs have not been kind to him, but tonight, a chance to start anew.
So much of this game is mental. He's just got to tell himself, I'm here. I've worked hard all year. Go out, have fun. Trust your ability.
You know, Singy, there are some people that say they feel more pressure actually in the league championship series than the World Series because they know this is it.
I could totally see that because, you know, you get to the World Series. That's what your whole goal was the entire season. Then you're there. There can be some luck involved. So you just got to shake it off. Go out there. Know that this is a rare opportunity and just play your best. At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boo.
That misses. 2-2. Go ahead run at second. And we're at the top half of the sixth. Swing and a high fly ball. Well struck. That's back there. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. Here's Kike Hernandez.
Left fielder, Kike.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion, and he's in full speed.
And a count 1-2. And downstairs. Got him. So he picks up his sixth strikeout of the ball game.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
Back now in Toronto, bottom of the inning, and now for the Jays, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Ball one there.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
That one the other way. Fair ball.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Bo Bichette getting ready to hit. Here goes the runner. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. And that skips in the dirt. fastball for a strike.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strikeout.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch, top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
So up next, Dalton Varsho. In the dirt, blocked. And no movement on the bases. It's ball 1. In the air, left field. Pulls up, and that's in there for a knock. They fired it quickly, so it's first and second with only 1 away.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. That's a ball that a lot of times you'll see the shortstop or left fielder be able to get to if it hangs up in the air long enough. But right there, it just died and found a way to drop in on the green stuff for base hit. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
And that one in the air, center field. Edman in position. Drops into the glove, and there's 2 down.
Up next for the Blue Jays, right fielder, Addison
Barger now at the plate.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
Right through there for a strike.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing plane.
Next pitch, a slider that misses outside. With the go-ahead run standing at second here in the bottom of the 6th. This to center field. And he'll play it on a bounce. The run comes in from second. It's an RBI single. 3-2. They take the lead.
Well, he gets it done in a big spot to get the run across. Just a very nice approach and swing right there to use the big part of the field. Everything was on time. He stayed balanced through the entire swing and just launched that one into center.
So up next for Toronto, Ernie Clement. Late swing fouled off. First and second, 2 down. Slider for a strike. Action in the pen down there. Lake Trinan looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Number 80 warming up as well. Swing and a ball popped in the air. And it stays fair. And he boots it. 1 run across. Now the throw comes in. Runner holds it third.
You know, I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But so far, I've seen him stay consistent with his pregame preparation.
Andres Jimenez next up for the Blue Jays. And a foul ball. Two on, 2 outs. And the slider just misses. Next offering upstairs.
When the skipper calls down to the bullpen, he's expecting the guy to come in and get outs. So far, not getting what he was hoping for. Love how this guy grinds out at bats. I mean, he's down there at the bottom of the lineup in the 9-hole, but he's worked himself into a really good hitter's count, trying to pick up a 2-out RBI.
2 outs. And they're all loaded up. And here comes the Dodgers manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Number 86 is done. And he leaves with the bases loaded, so he'll look for some help from his teammate coming in behind him.
Now pitching for
New pitcher for the Dodgers, number 80.
Number 80.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
So the batting order turns over. Now here's the leadoff man for the Blue Jays, George Springer. 1 for 3. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike 1.
Tough situation right here. So important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there.
Barker at third. Clement over at second. Jimenez at first. 2 out of the inning. Next offering is in for a strike.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
All loaded up. Dangerous hitter at the plate. And a swing and a miss. They limit the damage here. 2 runs in the inning, but they strand 3. On to the 7th here in game 1. It's the Blue Jays 4 and the Dodgers 2.
Now pitching.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Brendan Little.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Tommy Edman at the plate. The switch hitter batting right.
Fielder Tommy Edman.
Pitch misses there, and it's 1-0.
Well, now that this is a bullpen game, it's clear that whichever bullpen steps up the most is likely going to come away with the W.
1-1.
Way out front for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Just missing there. Ball 2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Ground ball to the right side. Guerrero takes it himself, and the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
Up the middle. Tosses to first, and that quickly 2 away.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
And next for L.A., Shohei Ohtani. Cruising on the mound right now, but a dangerous hitter here in this spot. A guy with some slug to him. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Bottom of the zone and a called strike.
0-2.
Two down, nobody on. Here in the late stages of game 1. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Blue Jays 4 and the Dodgers 2. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now the number 2 hitter, Nathan Lucas. Breaking ball inside. Ball one. He swings and fouls one off. Next offering upstairs. And that's in the dirt.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
He's got to throw any pitch in any count. 3-2. He goes off speed.
Now batting,
gets the out.
first baseman
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. will hit next. There's a strike. And the pitch is outside, ball one.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
That misses. And that's ball two.
And you get to this part of the order. Yeah, there's some pop there, but more likely there's some base hits. So very important to be patient. Let the pitcher walk you if he will.
Next offering is in for a strike. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
No, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. Hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
Bichette now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there.
Look, it looked like that curveball backed up on him, and although it's a mistake, it works out really good for the pitcher. The hitter's timed it up, expects it to be to a certain spot, and it just doesn't get there.
The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. Swing and a miss, chased it out of the zone.
Tie a guy up like that, you're feeling like you are in command.
And that's too high.
Just not taking the bait right there, but a good pitch with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And he strikes out the side in the 7th. Blue Jays go down in order as they can't add to their 4-2 lead. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Sir Anthony Dominguez.
Now pitching for
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Turned on, but that's foul down the third baseline. Dominguez, 30 years old now, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. And that one a little bit high. Movement in the Blue Jays bullpen. Jeff Hoffman, the closer, is getting ready and perhaps looking at a long save opportunity here. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. A solo shot. His second homer this series. It's 4-3.
Really great job of anticipation there. He knows he throws the sinker. That one down in the zone. You're trying to beat it to the spot it's getting to. Well, he won.
Here is Freddie Freeman. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1.
No ball. One strike.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Swing and a miss. And he got him to chase. To third, Clement. Whips it across, and Freeman is retired.
That's why you hug the lines on the corners late in the ball game like this. Positioned perfectly.
Here's Mookie Betts now. 0 for 3 in this one. Outside, and that's ball 1. And fouled off. Holding on to a 1-run lead here in Game 1 of the World Series. And that's a strike.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. And now the right fielder, Teoscar Hernandez. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. Inside, ball 1.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
The 1-0. And there's a foul ball. And now 1 and 2.
Very solid inning on the mound so far here in the 8th. Holding on to this narrow lead. This is exactly what they were looking for.
2-2.
Trying to hold a 1-run lead, and we're in the top of the 8th. Next one misses, and it's a full count. Max Muncy waiting on deck if they extend the inning.
Plenty of pop in his bat, so he could give them the lead with one swing if he gets the chance.
High fly ball out towards left field. That one is deep. And it's off the foul pole for a home run. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and it ties it up. It's 4-4. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. Well, he really crushed that thing down the line, and everyone had to hold their breath until it clanked off the pole. And every time that happens, it just kind of feels like a trick shot or something. But really, it's just a stroke of luck that it stays fair long enough.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Sir Anthony Dominguez won't go any further, and it's a tie ball game as he heads for the dugout. Back with a new arm after a quick break.
Now pitching for
Shane
the Blue
Bieber
Jays.
gets the call from the pen.
Number 57, Shane Bieber.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Now the third baseman, Max Muncy. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Line drive, base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Love how he let that ball
Now batting,
travel,
left
trusted
fielder,
his
DJ
hands. Nice job of going the other way.
The
Pitch
Dodgers
hitting
going
for
with a
Los
pinch
Angeles.
hitter.
Number six,
Hesung Kim, the
Hesung
runner on
Kim.
first with 2 gone for him. And that's outside.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
2 gone. The possible go-ahead run at first. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. He's under it. And that's the 3rd out. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. All even now at 4 apiece. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Will
Now
Klein.
pitching for Los Angeles. Number 61, Will Klein. This
Andy
change is for the
Pajes.
Dodgers.
He's out in left field getting
Now
loose
playing
there
in left
as he
field.
enters the game on defense
Number
now.
44.
Now it's going to be
Pajes.
Dalton Varsho.
Leading off for Toronto, center fielder Dalton Varsho.
And that's in for a strike. Activity in the bullpen for the Dodgers. Anthony Banda looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Hit hard but foul off to the left. Line, and that's a base hit. So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
No outs. Runner at first. Alejandro Kirk, the next to hit. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. First pitch misses. Throw holds him at second, but the go-ahead run now in scoring position, and still nobody out.
2 consecutive base hits for this team. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Now that sets up a huge at-bat in this ballgame.
Addison Barger next up for the Blue Jays.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
Go-ahead run at second. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. That misses the zone, and that's ball 1.
Lots of anxious fans in the ballpark right now. You can feel it.
This one in the dirt. Well done behind the dish. Check swing called strike. Betts. Rojas for 1. On to Freddie. Double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Third baseman Ernie Clement.
And next for Toronto, Ernie Clement. First pitch, not close. And another ball. 2 down. Go ahead run in scoring position. Swing and a miss. And it's 2-1 now. And that one fouled off. Tied at 4. In the air, left field, down the line, and that's a fair ball.
Such great concentration. Everybody on their feet, knowing that you can come through with a good swing. And there he doesn't try to do too much.
Two outs, runner on first. And the batter will be the shortstop, Andres Jimenez. Klein checks over to first, and he's back. Slides, but he can't come up with it. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away. And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. 2 on, 2 outs.
That two-seam fastball is a great pitch from a right-hander to a right-handed batter. Just really teases the inside part of the plate, runs in on the hands.
Swing and a drive, deep right field. That one carrying. It's gone! And they add to the lead. It's 8-4. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Well, he almost robbed a home run right there, and I tell you what, he'd love another crack at it. During batting practice, you always like to work on that, and so close, but that one was just out of his reach.
And I think Dave Roberts is coming out of the dugout. Will Klein gives way. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. To the mound now, they turn to Blake Trinan.
For Los Angeles, number 49, Blake Trinan.
Nathan Lucas getting ready to hit. Upstairs.
1-0.
That's off the inside corner, and it's 2-0. Pulls that one foul. 2 outs, base is empty. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Two down, nobody on. Slice the other way. That's a base hit.
Now batting, the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero.
Vladdy Jr. stepping to the dish now. And that is in for a strike. It's 0-1. And that's through there for a strike. On the ground, out to short. Bats up with it. That'll end the inning after a lot of scoring. It's a beautiful Springer dinger here. Last chance coming up here for the Dodgers. We're back. It's the top of the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Braden Fisher.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
And at the plate for the Dodgers, Tommy Edman.
Center fielder.
You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. And you played behind guys, and they love having your speed out there defensively. One of the things that we talk about is how much pitchers enjoy having those elite defenders behind them. That one pushed foul out of play off to the left.
Boogan, the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting-wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
And a fastball misses outside for a ball. The count now 2-2. That's down and in. A slider missed.
3-2.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Makes the catch for the out.
Now batting, second baseman, Miguel Rojas.
Here's the second baseman, Miguel Rojas. Lifted in the air, right field, Barker. And there's two down.
Now batting, designated hitter, Shohei
So they're down to
Ohtani.
their final out. Now it's the Dodger leadoff hitter, Shohei Ohtani. Great speed and great power. A great athlete, quite simply. Off the mark there. 1-0.
He's like Mike Trout. You figure whatever you put in his hand, whether it's a bat, whether it's a golf club, whether it's a basketball, he can do it and get it done. And a rare talent, so much fun to watch.
They're down to their final strike. One strike away from securing game one. Got him, and that's the ball game.